with regard to artists, live artists, I consider I've been very, very lucky, really, in as much as everyone that I've worked for, I've ended up really getting into and loving, and as people as well as artists and performers. Starting from the Waterboys, I'm speaking to Mike Scott right now about just resurrecting. He wants some files and from stuff that we recorded 10 years ago, and I'm going to fix that for him this week. And if he wanted me to go and do a show, I'd go in a heartbeat. I think he's an unbelievable musician and songwriter, and it's a great band. And then moving on, Joe Cocker, if he was still here, with that, any day of the week, I'd jump through hoops to get to do that again. And then Pink, unbelievable, an unbelievable artist, remarkable body of work. In between the two Pink tours, I was with Sade, and hopefully, if she ever goes and does anything again, or the band go and do anything again, I'll be doing that, because I loved every moment of that show. But I still love mixing shows. I love it, and I love the interaction with the artist, and I love the family that becomes the touring party, the group of people that end up travelling together. For all of my comments about things that happened in the record industry while I was involved in it, and I still am. Yeah. I still am involved in it. I made an Anastasia live album last year. It's available in the stores. And so I still love that process but what I'd miss about being in studios, like at home, for instance, is not having the ability to capture a moment of magic between X amount of musicians. That's what I like doing. I liked that setting something up, them come in and just hit and record, and just whatever happened. Before, perhaps they were recording what they were supposed to be recording, and you capture something else, a bonus. That's what I like doing. Modern technology has helped massively, I think, in particularly in my area of live performance. I think some people it possibly gets in their way, but for what I do, it's been a massive asset, really. I am now the guy that I mix pop shows, mainly girls apparently, but with big voices seems to be what I do. But a lot of input, an awful lot of input, is what I deal with a lot of the time. So sometimes upwards of 100 inputs on a console, and the ability to have that many inputs controlled and with gates and compressors and whatever you want on every one of them, without taking up 100 square meters is a godsend. I don't have any outboard racks. My front of house footprint is the size of my console. An Avid S6L with a rack underneath it. That's it. And the ability to program song by song and have snapshots that change and involve elements of the original recording of songs, effects and things that were on the original recording, that give flavours of the original recording and draw people to that. It sounds a bit like the record, but not quite. Purely because I can program them, and then with virtual sound check on an Avid, I can, during the day, like just the other day I was at a festival, we went in, loaded in at 8 o'clock in the morning, cleared the stage by 10, we weren't on till 10 o'clock at night. During the day I was sat behind my desk with headphones on, other bands are playing, and I'm programming bits from my show still. And I continue to do that all the way. And I never stop going, I can fix that, I can get to that, I can do that. And that's only possible because of the advances in technology. If you had 100 inputs 15 years ago, you had 2 XL4s or H3000s or 3 even. You'd have, which wasn't unheard of. And then racks and racks of heavy equipment and tons of cabling that broke.